50 volt.
No, I want probably a bit of oil or something. Okay, it's got it.
Got her.
Yeah.
Look, chook eggs.
Yeah, you had chooks in out there. The chooks, when I picked up, it was a lot
Chooks
of
have
eggs.
been living it. We're off to Price's Truck Parts, which is Russell Price. Have a good look at what we need for it, what's wrong with it, how long it's been around, and start to find out a bit of the story.
You know, for the next 6 to 7 months, you and I are going to be flat out.
He phoned me up one day and he wanted to know, did I have any old trucks here that might suit him one to restore? And I said, well, possibly have. I said, there's a lot of trucks in the yard here. So he came in and had a look. He saw that one, and that was sort of one he sort of seemed to be a bit interested in.
Yeah, trucks pretty much our specialty, you know. Got to know a lot about them, you know, Inters, Dodgers, Bedfords, you know, International, S-lines and all that sort of thing, you know, that a lot of farmers had a lot of that stuff, you know.
The truck that we've located and going to restore is a 1946 K5 International.
It's a 233 cubic inch engine, side valve flat 6.
Naturally aspirated, which is through a carburettor.
Well, apparently it's been sitting there in that shed for 35 years, I believe. I didn't know at the time, but I knew it had been there quite a while. I think they said they drove it there in 1970 something and parked it in that shed, and it's been there ever since. She's pretty good, she's pretty well complete. Everything looks to be there.
From our research, the truck was parked in a shed in 1973, so it hasn't moved or done anything since then.
Yeah, Hamilton, H&L Hamilton. Oh.
When we found out that the Hamiltons had owned this vehicle, my wife's mother's sister was married to a Hamilton, so we thought that there might be some connection between this vehicle and her family, and that's where it started. And then Don made some cold calls and found Scott Hamilton.
Oh, Don just asked me if I was any connection to the H.I. Hamilton that lived in Miles. And I knew immediately that I was when he told me what they were doing and going to do with the truck and donate the proceeds to the Motor Neurone Disease, and here we are today.
Wayne Patterson joined the organisation prior to me about 18 years ago. The first thing Wayne brought to the organisation when he joined National Transport Insurance was a set of values for the organisation to operate by. So Wayne was a great influence on a lot of people who still remain at National Transport Insurance. So when I got the call about 2 years ago from Wayne to tell me that he'd been diagnosed with MND, I won't repeat what I said over the phone, but I was just absolutely stunned. So that was devastating for us. So we want to be with him there all the way. And so we went to our people, told the story about Wayne, and they agreed that Motor Neurone Disease would become our primary charity for the organisation. Obviously, with our DNA and our background in transport, we felt that restoration of a truck would be a great way of doing that. Let people follow the journey and enjoy that, but then raffle the truck for a great cause, which is Motor Neurone Disease.
We'll see if we can make it go, and that'll be able to tell us what sort of condition, if any, it's in. We pour a bit in here. We've got a bit of dirt floating down there. I've cheated a little bit and put 12 volts through 6 volts. I think Pete found a crank handle there before. We'll try and give it a crank over.
The starter motor.
Rightio, Pete.
You'd pull the switch on?
Yeah,
all right.
Switch it on, we'll see what happens. The crank is turning the crankshaft, which gets the engine running over. Peter's actually cranking it, which takes the place of a modern day starter motor. What a pisser! Hey! It even sounded like it was on 6 cylinders, Pete.
It did too. Sounded beautiful.
Running like a top. What a beauty. Absolutely stunned that it ran. I mean, there's water pouring out of the engine block, out of the Welsh plugs, because they're all rusted away, just pure age. You know, but the points have worked. It's obviously got a camshaft hooked up to where it's supposed to be, and it's still turning, and oh!
We cranked it and we got it going. You know, this was a surprise to us. You know, that it actually did work.
It's in a state that's got a few minor dents, but the rest of it actually starts and runs, and yeah, it'll restore okay.
Yeah, the restoration, it'll be a bit of work for them, but I mean, they'll get there.
It'll certainly have its problems, whether it be a rusty bolt that refuses to undo, might be more rust than we thought or whatever when we pull it apart, or the gearbox might have a whole few teeth off it because it hasn't moved anywhere yet. So those sort of things I am a little bit worried about. It won't be what they call a concourse restoration, which is every little nut and bolt and detail being original. What it will be is a really good looking restoration.
Whoever ends up with this vehicle, they will be happy with it, and they will be able to drive it, and they will be able to use it for whatever purpose they want to do.